Hello and welcome to this week's Jewels of Wisdom. I know I've been away for a while. It's been a busy old time, which is all very good and positive. But today I am back and I'm bringing you more great tools and tips to help improve your physical, mental and emotional health that'll keep you winning and keep you feeling a sense of youthful energy, decisiveness, strength and that winning spirit. And as you know, I do like to cross over between sport and business. I think the two are very much connected, and you can utilize many of the methods used in sport and incorporate them into everyday life, particularly when it comes to business and the pressures and increasing pressures with the current environment as well. You need to use these tools to build your inner and outer strength and change your environment for the better, and keep going and use them as kind of like a buffer to future stresses, so you know you can withstand the changes, the challenges and the pressures that are going to come your way inevitably in business. So whether you're transitioning from sport into business or you're a top flight high performing leader, then these tips and tools are very much going to work in your favor. Now, so what is this number one trait that makes the difference between winning and losing? Well, I did recently come up with a strategy, and I'm going to give you that trait very shortly. Some people will have it, a lot of it, and other people will need to work more at it. Or maybe in some ways you may be struggling with this particular trait. But as I just said, I did some research and I came across a study in the British Psychological Society. Now, I have put a link to that study in the section below. A word of warning though, if you are interested in looking it up and researching it for yourself, there is a small fee that you have to pay to actually get access to it. But if you are interested, the link is below, so please take a look. Feel free to follow that piece of research. It's very interesting. Now, the piece of research was related to sport and the ability of some athletes or the difference between some athletes who are able to recover very quickly as opposed to those who are maybe struggle a little bit with recovery and dealing with challenges, be them physical or psychological, or maybe outside of sport completely, how they adapt and how the approaches they take to that. So what is that number one trait? Well, it is indeed a thing called hardiness. Now, no doubt life throws you many challenges, and some people are very good and you end up becoming stronger because of those challenges. The more challenges you overcome, the stronger you become and the more hardy or resilient you become and able to cope with the future problems that come your way, and you start to handle them in a more practical way. So I just want to give you the what they said in this study about hardiness, and I'm just going to read it, so bear with me, so I'll lose my focus, as I don't remember things always word for word, but I want to give it to you. So developing hardiness, the research has shown, is a key factor in decreasing a person's negative mood and increasing their belief, so they're less likely in a situation or to see a situation as stressful, and exhibit more commitment and have a sense that they have more control over that negative situation, and seeing the challenge more as an opportunity, which is really key, and change as an incentive for growth. Now, that is really important. That is really quite an ability to have, seeing every challenge, to see it as opportunity to grow, improve and progress, rather than maybe seeing it as something that's going to be more damaging or going to hold you back. So changing your mental attitude, but in order to change that mental attitude and to see your situation as different and see it from more of a positive aspect and be able to take those steps, you need to develop this hardiness. So how do you develop hardiness if it's not something that's naturally within you? How are you able to develop it and strengthen it? And if you do have it, great, but how can you really improve and strengthen that ability? Well, there are different ways athletes in particular use from sports psychology, and I've actually did a video on it previously, and I've also put a link to that down below if you want to have a look at that. Gives you a little bit more information on two different methods that they use, and they're coping strategies. And there's two different types of coping. There's emotion focused and there's problem focused. Now, the problem focused is the ones that they use to develop hardiness. So it's very much taking a more practical approach to how you solve your problem. Something that you can take, you tend to take more responsibility for the problem rather than sucked into the emotional side. You decide to think more practically about it. What can I do? be more solution focused. Maybe you have more things in terms of time management, how you handle your times for training, rehab, those kind of things. Looking at stuff like that. And also the other thing, let me just have a look before it slips my mind. I do apologise for not looking at the camera, but it's also, this is it, it's about work ethic. My memory is fading as I'm getting older. But work ethic, what's your approach to your work? Are you losing that sense of work ethic? Are you losing a sense of boredom or frustration with things? Can also feed into it. But getting back into finding those tools and techniques to help you become more practical in your approach. Now, I hope that's helped you for today, give you a few tips. Like I say, if you want to find out a little bit more about the different ways of coping, please look at the video below, my other YouTube link, and you're more than welcome to go and have a look at all the other videos I have on there. But for now, I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and I hope that has been really helpful for you. Please get in touch with me if you have any questions, or I'd love to get your comments below on this, find out maybe you have your own unique ways and strategies for helping make you more hardy, more resilient, and keep you winning. But for now, I'd like to thank you. Have a great day.